Welcome to Purpose Living Book Series. Yes, you heard me. Purpose Living Book Series. It's a new series that we have brought to you with you in mind. That is, anyone who is in search of their purpose in life. My name is Pastor Abraham Obadare, and I'm going to be anchoring this program. Always here with me is the author of this wonderful book, Pastor Nira Kolawole. Pastor Nira Kolawole, the author of Purposeful Living. Pastor, I want to welcome you to this series. We're going to be dedicating it to understanding what you are trying to pass across in this book to the people out there. It is well with you. I want to welcome you. I'll give you a chance to greet us, say something. God bless you, Pastor.
Wow, thank you so much. I thank God for this wonderful privilege to be
Yeah.
able to hear the content of this book with you and our viewers. I'm grateful to God for this awesome opportunity to help people to discover that there is a purpose for their life
Yeah.
and how that they can discover it and how they can now begin to live life purposeful. So I'm looking forward to this amazing series
Awesome.
where we're able to talk about this book.
Awesome. You're welcome, Pastor Nira. Thank you so much for the time that you are willing to share with us so that people can actually get into this book, a practical guide to living purposefully, a practical guide to living purposefully. You know, my first question to you, Pastor Nero, is listen. Well, before I even raise any questions, let me congratulate you. This is I was there at the launching, and I was so impressed by the work that has gone into this book and your intent for releasing it. I want to congratulate you and your family who supported you through the time of writing. You know, I'd like to ask you, actually, what prompted you to writing this book, Pastor Nira?
I remember when I started in ministry, um, I came across the topic of purpose, even though there's been a book that's been written on purpose-driven life.
Yes.
But I came across the topic of purpose, and for the first time. And that's what caused me to enter into ministry, because before ministry, I was planning to be an engineer. So, so I discovered that, wow, okay, there's something called purpose. And then also, I did also discover that the way my life was going and the way my life went previously, I discovered that there is something about the topic purpose. So I've done some study on the topic. And personally, when I started in ministry, that became my, I guess, best message or best sermon. But then I began to, and there was a time a couple of years ago, and I was just taking a look back, and I was saying, wow, how I wished I heard this message in earlier on in my life. Maybe I wouldn't have gone into studying engineering, or maybe I would have been in ministry a lot earlier.
Yeah.
So I discovered that people are not hearing these messages.
Wow.
And I think it's important it's not fair for a generation of people to live their life and not hear about, hey, you have a purpose.
Yeah.
God has a plan for your life, and you
Absolutely.
need to take time to discover it. So I felt that it's important for me. I felt that God gave me the responsibility to share with my generation and the generation coming that the way you have to live your life, you shouldn't just waste your 20s or waste your teenage years
Right.
pursuing something that will have nothing to do with your purpose. That
Wow.
you can live your life in the earlier stages of your life,
Yeah.
discover your purpose, and go and fulfill it. So
Thank you.
that's what prompted me
All
to
right,
write.
all right. That's good. So you have everybody in mind, and that's really really appreciative. So I wanted to follow up with a question. I guess maybe I just answered it. Is who precisely are your audience? Who do you expect to have this book in their hands or to be a part of, to follow this series? The young, the elderly, the learned, the who's your audience?
Um, I don't want to put myself in a box. I was saying a specific audience. Of course, the audience that would be best suited for a series like this would be teenagers.
Okay.
Those are in their 20s and their 30s. But
Okay.
I've always said that even if you find yourself in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and you have never really sat back and discover your purpose, that you can have a reset. You can just
Reset.
decide that, okay, I didn't know this. Now that I know this, okay, let me begin to use this book as a guide
Yeah.
to live life purposefully, and also I can use that opportunity to share with my sons and my daughters and everyone around, so that they also can begin to live their life purposefully. So
Wow. Well,
yeah,
thank you. Thank you. That sounds like it's inclusive, that
yes,
everyone at any point in time
yes,
can still seek to find, to discover their purpose in life, and that's the only source
yes.
of fulfillment. Thank you, Pastor. We appreciate that. I'm sure the world needs this more than we can imagine. Well, let me just have us go right on to, before we go to the first chapter, um, where can we get this book? Purposeful Living.
You can get
Where?
this.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sorry. You can get this book on Amazon.
Okay,
So if you type in the name of the book, Purposeful Living, or if you type in my name, the Nirakala Wale, the book will come out as well.
okay,
You can. I'm also working on getting the book on Okada Books in
okay,
Nigeria.
okay.
So we're working towards getting it ready
Right.
for December 15th.
Very good.
So December 15th, 2021, it should be available on Okada Books as
Very
well.
good. Very good.
Yes.
All right.
So,
So you've got Nigeria covered. You have the
mhm,
USA covered.
yes.
Say Europe and some other areas. So if we just go on Amazon.com, we're gonna get it. Even if I'm in Australia or something. Is
Yeah,
that right?
you can get it. You can get the soft copy. You
Okay.
can also get the hard copy, and you can get it on Amazon UK.
Amazon
Um,
UK. Good.
yeah,
Good.
you can
Good.
get it on Amazon UK as well. So
Okay.
all the Amazon platform, you can
Okay.
get it as well.
Very
So I've had
well.
people who ordered it from the UK, ordered it from
Okay.
different parts, and they've gotten it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. People, I want to strongly recommend the book. You're going to see as we go into the discussion, you're going to find out that it's a tool that you got to have in your hands. Listen, the holiday season is here. And if you're going to give a gift, I recommend that you give life, you give something that is going to change somebody's life. And if you're looking for one, this book definitely is one that is going to transform so many lives. So why don't you seek to give that type of a gift to someone that you claim to love, someone that is your friend? Purposeful living. Pastor Nira, we're going to go right into the very first chapter, and you
Yes.
subtitle that Discover Your God Given Purpose. Discover Your God Given Purpose. Um, I was flipping through, I started to read, and I see that you're stressing on the need for us to know why we were born. If you don't mind, just take a minute to just help us through that. Why do I need to know why I was born? I mean, I was born, I feel good, I'm all right. live my life, and then when it's time to go, I go. Why do I need to dig into anything?
It's very important for you to know the reason why you are born, um, because when you know the reason why you're born, life on its own has meaning.
Okay.
When you don't know why you are here, you end up wasting away. You end up living a life um, aimlessly, wasting time, wasting life, wasting the resource we call life. And then also, when you take a look at
Yeah.
everything around you serves a purpose. So if everything around us is serving a purpose, that also should let you and I know that, okay, I am here to serve a purpose as well. And for me to be fulfilled in life, if you ask anyone, oh, do they want to be happy? They will say yes. So the key to fulfillment is you discovering the reason why you're here and going out to fulfill that very purpose.
You know,
So,
Pastor, sorry to
yeah,
interject. You know, on your page 20, you were saying it. I'm just going to read it out loud here.
yeah,
Something that you just mentioned right now. You said, if everything else is fulfilling their purpose, why shouldn't you? If telephones are fulfilling their purpose, why shouldn't you? If the electric bulb is fulfilling its purpose, why shouldn't you? If the shirt you're wearing is fulfilling the purpose for which the tailor sewed it, why shouldn't you? If your laptop is fulfilling the purpose for which it was designed, why shouldn't you? Everything around you is fulfilling its purpose, but you must fulfill your purpose. But to do that, you must first discover it. You know, when I read that, I realized that, yeah, really, everything is meant for a purpose and they are doing what they're supposed to do. But what about us? Can we talk about that, Pastor?
yeah. It's very important for you to know that when you look around, just like I said, everything around you is fulfilling its purpose. It's fulfilling the purpose that um, the inventor intended, in the sense of solving problem
Yeah.
or making life a little easier, or like for instance, the person that designed the aircraft allows you and I to travel to a specific
Correct?
location
Yeah.
in the shortest amount of time possible. So that purpose of that thing is being fulfilled. So if everything around us is accomplishing its purpose, like the light bulb that we just discussed, or the laptop is we just discussed, then you have to think about, okay, well then what about you? I mean, I mean, nothing just showed up automatically. You and I, and the question you can also ask is, why am I alive now? Why not 100 years ago? Or why not during the time when Jesus was here on the face of the earth? So it's very important to understand that God does things. God is a God of purpose.
Right.
God proposed us to be here. Just like the potter makes a clay. Before he makes it, he has something in mind.
That's right.
And it's important for you and I to gain access to what was in God's mind when he created me. Because my purpose precedes my creation, meaning that there was something in God's mind first
All right.
before he made me.
Wow.
And it's important for us to gain access to what that
To
is.
what was in God's mind. That's
Yes.
profound, Pastor. That is profound. You quoted Miles Monroe saying that the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life without a purpose. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life that does not have a purpose. Well, I guess it's not really that that life doesn't have a purpose. That person has not or never discovered the purpose for their life. Am I right?
Yes, very
Yes.
correct.
God gave a purpose, but it's just that maybe I haven't discovered it. And that'll be a tragedy, according to Miles Monroe.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically, the purpose is the meaning for the life.
Okay.
So God gave you that life, and He's expecting you to use that life to accomplish God's purpose, not your purpose,
God's
not the
purpose.
purpose of the purpose that your generation is placing on you. It's God's purpose. The God expectation for every single one of us. That, okay, I'm giving you this life. I'm giving you 100 years or 90 years or 120 years,
Yeah.
and those 120 years are to be used to accomplish the purpose.
The purpose.
God.
Well, Pastor, I want to fulfill God's purpose for my life, but how am I going to find it out? I mean, where is God? Where can I go to Him and say, I heard that you had a plan for my life. What is it? How do I get to God to ask what His purpose for my life is so I can fulfill it?
Well, you ask Him.
All right.
That the greatest, the Bible says, call upon me and I'll answer you in the book of Jeremiah 33:3, and I will show you great and mighty things which thou knowest not.
Wow.
So it's very important for you to ask God,
Ask.
and God will reveal it to you. That's the first and obvious answer you should ask God, because He's the one that created you and He's the one that knows you better than you know yourself.
All right. All right.
And then when I look at my life, which is the second one I want to talk about, is your purpose is inside of you.
Awesome.
It's many a times we think that it's so hard and so difficult. In fact, I would say it's very easy. If you take stock of your life, like for instance, your parents, they will notice certain things about you,
Okay.
certain passions you have,
Okay.
certain traits you have. That's why it's very important that our parents we should study our children,
Uh-huh.
and before you know it, they will begin to tell you what they had passion for. And that's very I can say that about my life was, even though some people are surprised I was a pastor, when I look back at my life, I can see the trail was already there. So it's not like it just came out of the blue. It's just I was the one that discovered it.
Okay.
So it's to let us know that we are wired for it. We have passion for it.
Okay.
It's something that is on the inside of you. So if you do a study of yourself, if you study yourself, if you listen to other people, people will even tell you that, oh, I can see this in you. I remember when I just got saved as a
Yeah.
believer,
Yeah.
and people would just see me. I didn't do nothing. They would just, oh, I see you. You're gonna become a pastor. At that time, I didn't believe. So that can also be another. People can see certain giftings in you
Okay.
at certain period of your life as well.
Okay. Okay.
Those are
Wow. Thanks for sharing that personal experience as to how one can get to know by asking God, right? And He says He's going to show us great and mighty things. And you also said we can find that because it's already built in us. God built it in us. So what do we have passion for? What do we do without sweating? And we just enjoy it. We can do it all day long. What are people saying they see in us. I think that's what you're saying. I have another paragraph here that I'd like to just read aloud to our audience, and if you wish to pass a comment on that, page number 23 of your book, Purposeful Living. It says, fulfillment is found in something greater, something more important, and something that is within, yet selfless. That is, your life's purpose. Yes, fulfillment is found in your purpose, and that purpose will always involve helping others. That struck me, that the purpose that God built in me, right, the meaning for my life is so connected with others, that He put it in me so I can help others. The reason all of the above mentioned endeavors, like you mentioned, maybe we're seeking money or successful careers, houses, marriage, raising kids, and all those things that we're all looking for. The reason why getting those things don't bring satisfaction is because they are often times mere pursuit of selfish desires. I'd like us to talk about the helping others and the selfish desire. Please help us get it before we bring this program to a close.
Yes, it's very important for you to understand that the reason why you are here is to accomplish the purpose of God. And in accomplishing that purpose, you are supposed to, it's not about you.
Okay.
It's about others.
Okay.
It is not about what I can get. Because God never designed life to be about a man or woman being selfish. God wants you and I to live our life selflessly. Meaning that the purpose of God for my life is not for me, it's for others. The purpose of God for my life is not so that I can have money, or it's not so that I can have all the good things that comes with you being alive. It's so that your life can become a blessing to the world around you.
Right. Right.
And that's the essence of life itself. Life was not designed for us to be getting things and live in a nice house and
Right.
have a nice car and have a great job and have money. That's not the essence of life. The essence of life is that life is given for me so that I can accomplish the purpose of God, and I use that life to go out and accomplish His purpose in my generation. And in me fulfilling that purpose is me helping others, not in helping myself. And everything that we are looking for, fulfillment, being happy, being content, is all wrapped up in you understanding that the reason why God gave me life is to accomplish purpose, and that purpose is for others, is for me to be selfless instead of being selfish. Now, the counterfeit that we see in the world is everyone is pursuing how to become happy. So they think that when they buy a house or when they get married, that is the opposite of how God intended life to be. So life, we're supposed to live a selfless life, not a selfish life.
A selfless life, not a selfish one. And while I am living a selfless life, I am going to not only discover my purpose in life, I'm going to be fulfilling my purpose. When I get into a life that is concerned about other people, serving other people, I, I'm going to get to the fulfillment that money, uh, or, degrees, and all those other things that houses and cars cannot give. Yeah, I hope I'm right there. You cited a quote by Albert Einstein, stating, quote, a life directed chiefly toward the fulfillment of personal desires will sooner or later always lead to a bitter disappointment. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that my life is not supposed to be just about me, about my personal desires. Um, if I don't want to be disappointed, is that what you? Is that the reason why you put this in here?
Yes, that if I'm just pursuing my own my own desires, and I make that my personal pursuit, like for instance, if a man or woman decides that, oh, when I get married, I'll get happy, and then you might end up getting married and then not finding the happiness so that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And it tends to happen though. Like for
Yeah.
instance, you graduated and then you did a good job. You're so happy that, oh yes, now, and then all of a sudden now you found out that, oh, um, what I'm looking for, I can't
Yeah.
find it in this job.
Wow.
So it's letting you know that it's not your pursuit of your selfish desires that will make you happy.
Yeah.
It's your selfless pursuit of accomplishing the purpose of God for your
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
that brings true fulfillment to our
Being
lives.
there for someone,
Yes.
doing for other people, bringing service that other people need. That's where you get your fulfillment. Well, we've got to wrap it up today because of time. This has been the Purpose Living book series. For some time now, we are going to keep coming, bringing some good information to you using this book, Purposeful Living, a practical guide to living purposefully, written by Pastor Nira Kolawole. Just one more time, I want to be sure that people are sure that they can get a hold of their copy, or as gifts, what they can get this to the hands of their loved ones. You said we can get this on Amazon.com,
Amazon,
Amazon.uk.
Amazon.com, Amazon.ca,
Okay.
Amazon.uk.
All right.
I think it's also available on Amazon. I think AU. I think that's
AU,
Australia. Yeah,
okay.
there as
EU,
well.
okay.
Yes.
And very soon it's going to, what was that site in Nigeria?
Okada Books.
Okada Books,
And
okay.
very
So very soon, the people out there can get it closer to their to home right there. I want to thank you, Pastor Nira, for your time. This is insightful, and I pray that God will continue to bless you with more wisdom and grace to be of benefit to mankind. I am Pastor Abraham Obadare, bringing you Purposeful Living book series. Till another time, God help you and inspire you to find your purpose in life. Take care.